I quickly went to cover this topic regarding the Berghain subreddit. Pick up the Berghain subreddit. Pick up the Berghain community subreddit, one of the best subreddits in the world. Somebody posted this question, which I thought was really interesting. Are heterosexuals, someone like myself, even flirting at Berghain? Are heterosexuals even flirting at Berghain? The question. Do heteros even flirt at Berghain these days? My impression is that the chance to getting to know somebody you like is less than most other clubs. Now, the reason why this person is asking this is because Berghain's kind of origins are from the gay scene. Most techno clubs, especially the best ones anyway, they usually cater towards the gay queer scene. The gay queer scene, especially in clubs, they tend to have a little bit more of a laissez-faire, relaxed attitude when it comes to hookups, when it comes to flirting, when it comes to sexual tension, fucking in general in dark rooms. And they seem to kind of enjoy going to clubs and exploring who they can find, what they can do, what they can get up to. They love that shit. Unfortunately for the heteros, it's not the same. I don't think so. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I personally, from what I can understand looking outside in, or looking from being on the inside, but also not being a woman, I get the impression that some ladies would prefer to go to a club and not always get hit on. I know some do like to go to get hit on, but I don't think just because somebody goes to a club and wears a really skimpy outfit that means that they're DTF, you know? I know there's some guys that think that way, who are very fucking, you know, I guess it's a form of misogyny in a way, but who are already kind of hard-headed and weird and have this idea that if a girl wears a short skirt and somebody catcalls her, she's kind of like bringing it on herself, which is fucking insane. But from what I understand of going out in clubs, I have the feeling that a lot of girls would rather just get left alone. And if they go out to a club, they're looking for an excuse to wear things in a club that they probably couldn't wear anywhere else, right? Because club outfits, club wear, it's a particular thing, a particular style. So maybe you want to go out somewhere, you want to feel cute, you want to twirl around, you want to feel the fucking wind, you know, next to your legs, you want to feel sweaty, you want to get loose, you want to practice some show some dance with, you learn the fucking TikTok, whatever it may be. But you're not always going to hook up. And I've also found in my experience as a guy that sometimes the best experiences that I've had in clubs, especially with the opposite sex, have been when it's just a platonic, like you meet a little rave friend on the dance floor. There's one particular girl, I forgot her fucking name, but she's from Berlin. She knows who I'm talking about. That was like weirdly, I think that maybe like 5 years, no, not so 5 years, 4 years ago maybe. Wait, no, not 4, maybe 3 years ago. When I went to Berlin and I happened to bump into her on the dance floor, and she's like a big DJ now. She's doing bits, so big up her. You know who you are. But I bumped into her on the dance floor, and we basically were like just, you know, basically hand to hand, interlocking arms, walking around everywhere, dancing together for like 15 hours or something crazy. And that was one of the best kind of like human interactions I've had in Berghain. And there was no flirting, no sexual anything. It was just like two kind of rave junkies, right? Two fucking heads just meeting on a dance floor, discovering that we have quite a lot in common, making each other laugh and shit, and just like, you know, running around causing a havoc. And I had a fucking blast. Now that interaction in the past, I would have probably ruined it, or it would have got awkward, it would have got weird when you go and you try and ramp it up and you try and take it in a direction where it kind of gets sexual, where it gets whatever. I don't think it needs to go that way. I think you should be going to raves, in my personal opinion. I don't think you should be going to raves primarily to hook up, especially as a hetero person. I think you should be going to raves to have a dance, to enjoy the music, and to fundamentally, I think, just expand your social circle. You know, kind of get locked into the scene, meet new people, see different things, hear different things. I think it's perfectly fine to do so. Like some of the best people watching you could ever do, apart from the airport, is to go in a club and just stand by the fucking sides and just watch people interacting with each other. That could also be pretty fun. But I don't think you should do what the gays do in clubs, because if you do, you're probably going to get chucked out. The gays and the days and the dems and the queers, they can go to clubs and they can get very loosey and handsy and flirty, and it's fun and it's okay, it's permitted. But I don't think you have that room to maneuver and to wiggle as a straight. You kind of approach too many people on the dance floor, you kind of say hi to too many people, you might get somebody who might alert the awareness team, and then sooner rather than later you're being lectured to by some 21-year-old in the corridor somewhere. You know, you don't want to do that. So I think for the most part, Clubs, especially if you're hetero, when you go into clubs, just have fun, man. You don't need to always flirt everywhere. Not everywhere is fucking fuck time. Not everywhere is fucking sex time. Sometimes just going to places, have some fun. Dancing is actually pretty good way to enjoy your night. And I've also found myself when I've had interaction, or when I've been lucky enough to get lucky, it's always been during the time when I'm not looking for it. For the most part, especially in clubs, it's been completely random, out of the blue. But when you go there with the sole intention of like, yeah, I'm gonna, it's like, I mean, you give off an aura, you give off a smell. They can just feel you from a mile away coming off. You know what I mean? You've got some mad, ulterior motives. They can see the fucking look of lust behind your eyes. Even when you're wearing glasses, they can still see how thirsty you are. They can see the dribble running down your chin. Just allow it. Just allow it. Just allow it. Okay?